Hey guys! Today we are doing a DIY squishy of Queen Barb's pet bat Debbie.
There you go, calm down. Who's a good boy?
What is that thing?
This has a super soft texture because of the wool, and it's also slow rising. So let's get started with the tutorial now. First, I'm cutting a block of memory foam that is about 4 by 4 inches into the shape of a ball. If you start with the cube and cut around the 4 corners, you should eventually get a circle. After cutting the ball shape, we're going to move on to the other body parts. It will be easier to trace out the body parts using a Sharpie. After you draw out all the parts, you want to cut them out. If your foam is thick like mine, you can do a little trick, which is to cut the foam in half and you will create 2 body parts. You can see that I created 2 feet now. So here are all the body parts cut out. I have the bat wings, the feet, eyes, and the nose and mouth. Now that all the pieces are ready, I'm going to glue it down with white puffy paint. You can also glue it down with school glue, but I recommend puffy paint because it dries a lot softer. After you assemble all your pieces, you want to let that dry for a day. Now I'm going to paint a base coat with white puffy paint. You also want to wait a day for this to dry, but if you want to speed up the process, you can dry it with a fan or hair dryer. If you want your squishy to be extra slow rising, you want to paint at least 3 layers of puffy paint. Now for my second layer, I'm going to paint it with the actual colors of Debbie the Bat. You can poke a toothpick into your squishy to make it easier to paint. I painted the feet with a grayish purple color. You also want to use the same color for the eyes, nose, and mouth. After the purple color dries, you can go ahead and start with the second layer of the face. Then I painted the wings black. I added a pink layer to the eyes and then a black and light blue color to the mouth. For the teeth, I squeezed out dots of puffy paint and used a smaller paintbrush to create the details. Then you want to use red and white puffy paint to finish up Debbie's eyes. This is how Debbie looks so far. I only used 2 coats of white puffy paint. Now I'm going to add Debbie's fur, and to do this you will be needing felting wool. Felting wool is a type of yarn that you can find online or at your local craft store. You want to cut the felting wool into smaller pieces so that it's easier to glue. You will also be needing fabric fusion, which is a fabric glue. I'm going to spread the fabric fusion glue onto my squishy and then gently press the felting wool against the foam. This part is a little tedious and will take you a long time, but you want to make sure to put each piece carefully onto the squishy so it doesn't fall out later on. Also, don't worry if the wool is too long. You can always trim the wool after you glue down all the pieces. Now Debbie the Bat has too much fur, so I'm going to trim down the fur with scissors. After that, you have your finished Debbie the Bat squishy. You can adjust the squishiness of your foam by adding less paint or more paint if you want it to be slow rising. Thanks again for watching this Trolls DIY squishy tutorial. Keep an eye out for more DIY squishies here on Peacock Kids. Bye!